Hi, my name is Tianna Leitch, and I'm currently serving as the University of Montana AACCP Chapter President. AACCP stands for the American College of Clinical Pharmacy, and it's a professional, international organization and scientific society that provides education, leadership, advocacy, and resources for future and current clinical pharmacists. I know what you're probably thinking. What is a clinical pharmacist? Well, I'm here to tell you. A clinical pharmacist is a professional that works in a healthcare setting, like a clinic, a hospital, or a medical center. They typically work on an interprofessional team with physicians and other healthcare professionals to ensure medication therapies are producing the best possible outcomes for their patients. So now you're probably thinking, a job as a clinical pharmacist sounds awesome. How do I get one? Well, typically they require a little thing called a residency. A residency is a postgraduate training program under the supervision of an experienced preceptor. It's typically about a year or so, and it provides an opportunity for pharmacy students that have recently completed their education to develop the skills and knowledge necessary to provide care to patients in these clinical settings. Trends in healthcare systems are increasingly requiring residency training for clinical positions in hospitals and medical centers. So our club is really focused at providing opportunities, education, and resources for students that are interested in pursuing a residency track. Because the focus of ACCP is centered around the profession of clinical pharmacy, our local chapter focuses on providing opportunities and events for our members to learn more about the residency process, speak directly with clinical professionals, and fun events to grow our clinical knowledge together. Personally, I would say that the largest benefit to joining ACCP is getting to listen in to all of our amazing guest speakers. Every meeting, we typically bring in a current clinical pharmacist, resident, or health professional to talk a little bit about the world and practice of clinical pharmacy and share their experiences, knowledge, and advice. If you're interested in meeting and developing relationships with like-minded students, listening to and interacting with some awesome speakers and educators, preparing for residency, fellowships, etc., and just gaining insight into the world of clinical pharmacy, ACCP may be a good match for you. Haha, get it? Because of the match. I promise my jokes won't be around.
Hi, my name is Stephanie McDonald. I am the current historian for the Kappa Epsilon Delta chapter group of Skaggs School of Pharmacy in Missoula, Montana. Kappa Epsilon is a professional pharmacy fraternity that was actually founded in 1921 by Zeta Mary Cooper. The original purpose of the group was to unite women pharmacy students from across the United States. Of course, since then it has expanded to include all sexes, including males now, and now has a primary goal of promoting professional development through continuing education, providing networking opportunities, and shedding light on various national projects. But let me have a few of my fellow Kappa Epsilon members fill you in on that.
Hello, my name is Shayna Killam. I am the current president of Kappa Epsilon Delta chapter. I joined my P1 year. I held a chair position my second year, so this is my third year with KE. We host a multitude of events throughout the year that focus on serving and educating our community, which I will let one of our members talk about later. For our members, we host social events like Halloween parties and fun movie nights. We've been doing that virtually because of COVID. We also do fun rush events like scavenger hunts and trivia events for potential new members. We also have opportunities for members to gain business experience by helping organize different fundraisers throughout the year. So we sell the white coats, the name tags, and the UM Pharmacy School merchandise. We also do a fun event around Valentine's Day where we sell Crush Pops, where students can buy soda pops for their crushes at school and remain anonymous or not, so that's pretty fun. Members also have access to several different KE scholarships through the National Foundation and the opportunity to travel to national convention and even regional conventions if you're interested. We also have a lot of opportunities for leadership because we have a small group. There's a lot of positions that are available, and a lot of students end up holding a position by their second year in school. So really the opportunity to develop your leadership skills are kind of limitless and dependent on what you would like to do. However, what I love most about KE are the incredible members and peers that I've gotten to meet. The connections I've made with my fellow pharmacy students who have similar goals are just genuine, and it's been invaluable to my pharmacy experience.
Hi guys, this is Carol. I'm from Kappa Epsilon and I'm the Community Outreach Coordinator. What do? Well, one of the great things we do is we help support Ronald McDonald House. Here's Ronald McDonald House. If you don't know, Ronald McDonald House helps out families who need medical care in the rural Montana communities, and they allow them to stay here while the family seeks treatment, so the families don't have to worry about a place to stay or a meal to cook. So what Kappa Epsilon does is they have a state-of-the-art kitchen in there. We bring our recipes and we cook a meal once a month. So if you'd like to be a part of Ronald McDonald House and Kappa Epsilon, come on out and cook a meal with us. Who knows, you just might learn a new recipe or two. The other thing that we do for Ronald McDonald House is for family members who come along with the family or need something to do. They have a tiny little store in there, and Kappa Epsilon every once in a while will do a toy drive, so the kids who are staying here have something to do while they're staying. Take care and check out Kappa Epsilon.
Hi, I'm Sherry. I'm a co-rush chair for Kappa Epsilon, and I want to thank you for considering University of Montana as a potential school that you go to. It's a really great school, and part of being a pharmacy student is really important to make connections, and also our volunteer work that we do. And Kappa Epsilon is a really great group to be part of, in that we have not as many people as some of the other groups, but what we get done is really amazing. And when you join Kappa Epsilon, it gives you a really good opportunity to be a part of it and really get involved. So I have thoroughly enjoyed my time with them, and I hope that you will look to join our group when you get admitted into the University of Montana. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Lauren Jensen.
And I'm Alicia Taylor.
And today we're going to talk to you about joining APHA at the University of Montana. So one of the reasons that I joined APHA was to increase my patient interaction. And you can do that a lot through all the operations that we have. We have 7 operations in total: heart, diabetes, immunization, substance use disorder, respiration, OTC safety, and women's health. I'm the co-chair of Operation Respiration, and we go into nursing homes and senior citizen centers and talk to them about asthma and their COPD and inhaler technique. We take their FEV1s. With Operation Heart, they do blood pressures at the Urban Indian Health Center here on campus. Substance use disorder operation, OTC safety, and women's health have gone into high schools and middle schools to talk about drug safety and all of those great things. So they get a lot of interaction with students and with patients, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, so I joined APHA mostly because all the P3s, when I became a P1, told me I had to. And it ended up, it was actually a really good thing. So they convinced me to join the club, but then like the club itself really shined out of some of the other options that you have at the school. I personally, in the Montana Pharmacy Association student director, that was a position, again, I was elected for through APHA. Montana Pharmacy Association is such a great organization of pharmacists. There are pharmacists from the hospital, pharmacists in the community setting, pharmacists from ambulatory care, basically like pharmacists from any like walk of life that you can think of, and I get to network with them. And then I get to share that information with all of you guys in the club. And not only it's not just for me though, this is part of your dues when you join APHA is you also become a member of NPA, and NPA puts on a bunch of parties, not really parties, they are conferences, and so it's a great way for you to network and get some education, but that networking is probably the biggest and most important part of what you can do in school. So if you do nothing else, it is network, get to know people, and this club is one of the best for taking care of that.
So as an operation co-chair, I would say that we have meetings every other week. They usually last, an hour. It's usually during the lunch hour. And other than that, all the operations have different levels of involvement and activity. Sometimes one operation is busier in the spring and the other's busier in the fall. But I think it's very doable with class, and a lot of the time the information overlaps. Like inhaler technique with Operation Respiration. I think that's really useful in the classroom and in a real person and patient interacting setting.
Yeah, so you can join as many or as few organizations and clubs or whatever you want to call them as you want. I personally am involved in almost all of them. It really is a kind of like a choose your own adventure. I am just a member of AACCP. I don't hold a leadership role. I'm the vice president of NCPA, so I do quite a bit with them. I do still have a job. I work 24 hours a week. I hold this position with APHA through the Montana Pharmacy Association. So it's really, you get to choose to do as much as you want. You can just be a member and participate in the things that interest you, or you can hold a leadership role because the leadership roles are wide, varying. You can do a lot or a little, either way.
Just join APHA. So we kind of have two branches of leadership in APHA. We have the operations, and then we have the exec committee. Since I'm in Operation Respiration, I'll talk a little bit to the operations. So generally there are two co-chairs, P2s, and then one P3. And they generally do the organization of the parties and the plans and the events, but they encourage P1s to become involved and to kind of try out all the operations before, and they don't have to commit. You could do Operation Respiration one weekend and Operation Heart the next, and then at the end of your P1 year in the spring, you can apply to the operations themselves, and they select their co-chairs for the next year. Then you as the P2 would encourage P1s to join and be involved in your events.
Yeah, and so for me, as the Montana Pharmacy Association student director, I'm considered part of the executive board. I also am on the board with our president. We have a president-elect. There is a membership vice president. He likes to call himself the MVP. It's really cute. We have a treasurer, a secretary, and like someone who runs our social media. There might be a couple more, but those are the big ones that I can remember off the top of my head anyways. But I forgot what else we were doing.
Being leadership positions are so important because you really get practice at being involved and leading other people. Find out what's important about communication skills and being a leader, doing leader things, saying leader things, being better at this. The Big Sky Conference that happens every fall. I went my P1 year and my P2 year, and I loved it, and it got canceled. Our P3 year made me very sad.
So I put that event on. It's like probably one of my favorites as well, but I'll pick like just a meeting that's not something quite so big. We had a lip sync competition my P1 year. It was probably the most hilarious thing I've ever seen. Our president like danced, he was a boy, and he was like dancing to Meghan Trainor, I believe, and some other people were like, I don't know. It was hilarious, and it was fun, and it just, I think it was a free event, and we just had some treats and laughed one night.
Yeah. I think a lot of incoming P1s want to hold off joining clubs and operations, but I kind of think that's kind of a mistake. I think you're never going to have as much time as you do your very first year. And I got very involved my P1 year and got to meet the upperclassmen, and I'm so happy I took advantage. You can definitely do it with the school load and work.
Yeah. Like I said earlier, like I work part-time, well, 24 hours, and I'm involved in a lot of clubs, and I think that's the biggest thing is just getting involved, showing your face around. Montana's a really small community, especially when it comes to pharmacy, and so it doesn't take a lot of events for people to start noticing who you are, recognizing you, and remembering your name. So for me, my biggest tip is to network, and the way to do that is to get involved and show up.
My name's Alara Vogel, and I'm the regent of Kappa Psi. Kappa Psi is one of the oldest co-ed pharmacy fraternities. Our chapter, Gamma Eta, loves to be involved in the Missoula community. We do events like highway cleanups and bingo with one of the retirement homes. We also love to spend time with our brothers. A couple events that we do are tailgates at every home Grizz football game, and we like to do winter formals. We do so much more, and next is a video of the day in the life
To class. Ooh. Here we go. What test you have tomorrow?
Microbes and medicines.
With Travis.
Hey guys, so I'm just in between classes right now, just chilling in the lab.
Okay, so we've been here for a while, studying together. We are currently trying to help Rob study for his medicines and microbes test.
but we have probably been here too long because this is what we've reverted to.
So we've decided to call microbes in medicine bugs and drugs. Bugs and drugs. Gotta have me my bugs and drugs.
Hey there, my name is Nate Ramsbacher. I'm the president of our local National Community Pharmacy Association student organization, and today I'm going to talk to you about joining NCPA. So I know as a P1 it's a little crazy at first, especially in today's COVID world. There's classes to worry about, friends to make, and potentially even a new campus, a new town to adjust to if you're not already here from Missoula. Our student organizations are really a great way to meet new people, find a new study group, even meet people from new classes and help navigate this crazy process a lot smoother. Some of my best friends that I've made here through NCPA and other student groups like APHA were through social events and meetings. I mean, just sitting down at noon and eating lunch with someone always gets you to know them a little bit better. So a little bit about NCPA. We are one of a handful of student groups here at our School of Pharmacy that contribute to community service, hold social events, and bring guest speakers to talk. NCPA is a national organization that serves community pharmacy and community pharmacists by advocating in legislation and supporting endeavors in compounding and small business ownership. They also have exclusive residencies after pharmacy school if you're interested in that too. I think there's an executive one in Alexandria at the headquarters there. A few fun things to do that we do are every year that's a non-COVID year, we hold a professor versus student cocktail competition. One year we did it at Montgomery Distillery, had a couple different professors make their best cocktail and then the students judged it. Really good way to get to know your professors, especially right away when maybe it's a little bit nervous and you want to meet new people, new friends in your class, and then your professors too outside of school. And we got together and socialized there. Another thing we do, we usually participate in the health fairs at the community, the mall here, and Southgate Mall, pardon me. And we will go to other places too, and with NCPA, and kind of just do various activities for health fair. We usually do DKMS, which is our bone marrow donation organization that we are involved with. Just kind of get participants to sign up there and swab and send it off to DKMS. And another thing we do, this year we're actually holding a fundraiser with our faculty advisor, Rory Johnson, where we're raising money for Missoula Youth Homes by auctioning different funny haircuts that he's going to take. If you haven't met Rory yet, he's a great guy. He has this long hair and he's just going to get it cut in a funny way and he's going to sport that for a few weeks. And so that'll be a good fundraiser, but it's going to go to Missoula Youth Homes, and that'll be a fun one this year here. We usually will bring in our guest speakers. That's something that I'm pretty proud of that we do every year. Last year we had brought in a practitioner that works in ketamine therapy for depression, which was really interesting to learn about, really innovative stuff. And then also last year we had some pharmacists from North Carolina that talked about owning and buying their own pharmacy for the first time. This information was really great to share with students that were especially interested in that. And even if you weren't interested, it's good to hear about the process that they go through. This year we have a pharmacist from Oregon talking about prescribing birth control as a pharmacist, and even a few more on the list. Our organization is pretty small, so there's always rooms for leadership roles, and if you're looking for a residency, this is a huge checkbox usually for people. So if you are looking for leadership roles, we are always we're a small group, so it's easy to manage for one, and for two, it's yeah, it's just good to have on your resume. Meetings are every other Tuesday at noon right now. Last usually about 45 minutes, and it's intense for that 45 minutes, but the rest of the week, I mean, we don't do a crazy lot of work, so it's not a huge time commitment. You don't really have to be involved if you're already busy, but we always love having new members at our just fun social events too. You don't need to be a member to come to those. So yeah, if you'd like to join, email me anytime at nateramsbacher@gmail.com. My last name is spelled RAMSBACHER@gmail.com, or just look me up on Facebook. Let me know anytime. I'd love to hear from you or answer any questions you have. Membership is $50 a year with no local dues, and that is the cheapest of all student groups. So if you're like me and you're on a budget, it's always nice to join a group that doesn't cost an exorbitant amount of money. Anyway, thanks for your time. I really look forward to seeing you all next year. I'll be on rotation, but we're going to hopefully see you at some point. But again, just hit me up if there's any questions. We'd love to have you.